I want to talk about codependency and narcissism. Codependency and narcissism are hot topics these days. And what's really interesting about both of these categories of behavior is they mirror each other in their dysfunction, and that's why they're such a perfect match. As somebody who is a recovering codependent, I only finally started to heal when I not just acknowledged that I had codependent patterning, that I was trying to, which I didn't even understand initially. Years ago when I went to therapy, I remember saying, well, I'm not a codependent. I'm not dependent on anybody. And then I was given a list of descriptions about codependency by the therapist. I was at an intensive therapy institute about 17 years ago, and she's like, cool, just look at this list and you let me know what you think. And I got about halfway down the list and I was like, well, shit. If this is codependency, I am a high codependent. And codependency is really just, I need everybody else to be okay in order for me to be okay. I need to make sure you're all good, and then I can be good. That's an oversimplification of codependency. I also need you to tell me that I'm okay. Can you tell me that I'm okay? Am I doing a good job? Am I making you happy? Do you feel good about what I'm providing for you? That is another classic part of the codependent pattern. So what's really interesting is that when we start to address our codependency, initially we may push it away reflexively and be like, well, I don't want to be codependent. I'm just going to focus on myself. Well, how much do you actually know about yourself? Because the one thing that the narcissist and the codependent share is a lack of a fully developed sense of self. So if you don't actually have a fully developed sense of self, which chances are you don't because you're a codependent and you develop those patterns early in life before you could actually establish a sense of self, and now you are going to continue to play those patterns out over and over and over again until you wake up to them, then your first assignment as a newly awakened, newly recovering codependent is to go to work on figuring out who the hell you are. Because without that, you will always be at the whims of the opinions, perspectives, validations of others. When you come from within and you have become a fully authenticated, discovered those parts of yourself, and you authentically expressing who it is that you are in the world, it matters less and less to you the feedback that you're getting. And then what's beautiful about that is you are no longer a match to the narcissist. And this is, I think, where we often struggle, is when we come up against a contrasting component in life, whether it's like, oh, I'm in a relationship with a narcissist, push away the thing. Anytime you come to resist anything, it will come back at you with equal and opposite force. It's a law in the universe. What you resist will persist. But when you go to work on rearranging and changing your orientation and you come up and you express yourself, well, this just doesn't even fit with who it is that you are anymore.